Everybody, welcome to week 5. We're getting near the end here. We're getting very close to the end, in fact. We've got week 5, 6, 7, and that really half week. It's even less than half. It's more of like a third or a quarter of a week. So the time is going by very quickly. And for many of you, you're thinking, well, that's great. I'm going to be glad to get one of these terms under my belt if this is your first one. For some of you, it might be panic time. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have enough time. I'm really far behind, I'm really struggling, and I'm just going to basically throw in the towel. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. There still is time. Please, 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 if you are concerned about your grade, if you're concerned about certain assignments that you haven't handed in, anything like that, reach out to me, okay? You can reach out to me via email, or you can even call me, 585-433-5871. It's my Google Voice number, but it goes directly to my phone, and I'd be more than happy to talk to you if you have any questions, any concerns about your grade. So please don't think that all is lost. In fact, look, if you've made it to this point, you're almost at the end. It'd be terrible to give up right now. You've done so much. You've gone so far. You really want to see it through to the end. And yes, you can do this, okay? Late work will still be accepted. Yeah, you might have a late penalty. That's you have to understand that, but it's better to have some points than no points, okay? So please, if you are concerned about your grade, let me know. For those of you who have been doing well, kudos to you. Keep it up. You're doing really good work. And many of you are doing excellent work, I have to say. I'm looking at these assignments that you're uploading, or your midterm, or your discussion boards, and some of you are really knocking it out of the ballpark. I'm really impressed. I think there's some really good learning going on here. I think there's some really good collaborative learning too, especially in the discussion boards. I'm seeing a lot of you talking to each other, and kind of starting almost side conversations, but trying to learn from each other. That is the whole point of an online class. You're not just listening to me, you're talking to each other, you're listening to each other, you're learning from each other. So please keep that up. So, week 5, we're getting into Excel big time this week, and then we're going to be in Excel next week as well. We started a little bit last week. So, Excel, this is of the big 3, I should say 4, Outlook, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Excel is usually the one that students are least familiar with and most concerned about, because it just seems like it's a lot of squares and a lot of numbers, and I don't really know where this thing is going. Excel, though, probably is the most useful of the programs, and it's useful in a wide variety of contexts. Everyone's going to be able to find a use for Excel. So think of Excel like organizing data. Organizing, collecting, and collating data, putting it in certain orders or something like that. It's a really, really, really handy program, and frankly, we're just going to be scratching the surface over these next 2 weeks. Excel can do things that really will kind of blow your mind, and it's really meant to make your lives easier. The more you know about Excel, the more you realize on the job, gosh, I can do so much here. I can organize my day, I can organize my team at work, I can put together these numbers for my boss, and there's formulas that I can use, and there's this autofill function and all sorts of things that are really there to cut down on my tasks, the time. And I'll give you an example. When I was a college student, I spent a semester down in Washington, D.C. at American University, and I was doing an internship at a think tank in Washington. And one of the things I had to do was compile voting lists for Congress. And so if you know from civics class, the House of Representatives is 435 members. And so when they would vote on a bill, it's yay or nay. And so there I was. It wasn't Excel. It was something kind of an iteration long before Excel. I was there in an office going yay, nay, typing that again and again, yay, nay. Boy, was that not fun. And I tell that story because if I knew about Excel, if I had Excel, it would have been something that could have been done in 20% of the time that I spent doing this kind of stuff. But I didn't know. I didn't know at that time. I never took courses in Excel or anything. The point is, it's there to help save time. It's there to help help prevent you from pulling out your hair or driving yourself crazy. Excel is great at that. So this week, we're going to start with a couple things that are very, very helpful with Excel, namely charts and graphs, and developing some really kind of eye-popping, eye-catching forms of data that really will make these Excel spreadsheets pop. These are the kinds of things that really make them look nice. So you're going to be working on 2 in particular for one of the graded assignments. I think there's one that's a pie chart, and there's one that's going to be a bar or a clustered column chart. I will be posting a video about that assignment probably tomorrow, if not maybe in 2 days. So if you're wondering, if you wanted some sort of, it's not a walkthrough, but you want some background on that, I will be posting a video soon, so keep an eye out for that. So we're going to be doing that. The other thing that you're going to be doing this week is you're going to be doing these, there's another worksheet assessment, just like last week when we did this with it was last week with Word. We're going to do the Excel portion with this municipal solid waste. So we're going to be doing Excel elements there. And if you have questions about that, let me know. I can, hopefully walk you through some of that. The other thing you're going to be doing is this ACT assessment practice. What is that? The ACT assessment you may know about from your COM 104 class or maybe your English class is part of this National Career Readiness Certification. This is something that you're going to be able to earn at Bryant Stratton that you can then put on your resume saying, look, I have all these workplace capabilities, all these things that I know of and I've been tested on and I'm certified in, to show you that I really am ready to be jumping into a kind of a white-collar job or a professional position or something like that. In this class, we're doing one of those assessments, one of those ACT assessments towards this NCRC certification, and that is the one on locating information. This class is really an information literacy class, where it kind of falls under that umbrella, and part of information literacy is trying to understand how you collect and interpret information and data from a wide variety of sources. That's what you're going to be tested on in this ACT assessment. This week, we're doing the practice test or practice questions so that next week you'll be able to take that assessment, that test. More will be said by me next week on that. So you're going to be working on that. You're going to be working on this charts and graphs, Excel exercise, and then the other workplace assessments that's based on that EPA report. And don't forget also, we have a lot of practice exercises that you can do as well in the practice exercises folder. Please do those. You don't need to send them to me. Just double check your work with the solution file that's provided there, but I highly recommend doing those as well. And as always, get into the discussion board as quickly as possible by Wednesday at the latest, hopefully. I really want to see more people, because sometimes, there's people who have not been participating, and that can actually affect your grade after a while. So please get in there as quickly as you can and start talking to your classmates. And again, any questions at all, you know where to find me. I am connected to the internet. I am in these classes 7 days a week, so you can always find me, okay? So please, any questions, come to me. Thanks, folks.